निरञ्जनं नित्यमनन्तरूपं भक्तानुकम्पाधृतविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमीड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामि। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। Namaste to all of you. Wish you all good health, strength, peace, joy, wisdom, and a very spiritual life. Let this pandemic lockdown period give us the impetus, give us the boost to take our life forward as much as possible by the grace of God and by our regular sadhana. I've been discussing about managing the mind, the different faculties of the mind, the different doshas of the mind in the last couple of episodes. Please understand that I'm not using the regular camera. I'm just using my mobile video camera to record this small episodes, just to spend some time with all of you, to share some thoughts with all of you, and probably my humble attempt at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna will give you the inspiration and direction to study more and to practice the spiritual values and sadhana that has been taught to us by the great masters, by our gurus, and let us spend this period very peacefully and purposefully. Hope you understand, and excuse me for this small lapse if at all you find that the recording is not good. This is just a sharing between all of you and me. So yesterday I was talking about the three doshas and also the different powers of the mind, the doshas of the mind, the what I can say, tejosi tejo mai dehi, viryamasi viryam mai dehi, etc. And then overcome the obstacles of the mind, remove the obstructions which does not allow the grace of God to come to our life. Vivekananda's commentary on the Yoga Sutras I had mentioned that the farmer, the experienced farmer, tills the field, plows the field, prepares the canal for getting the water to the reservoir, but the water is not flowing because there is a gate. And once the gate is removed, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 1 feet, 2 feet, the gurgling sound of the water makes him happy and makes the field very fertile, very safe, very beneficial for him to sow the seeds, and he reaps a good crop. So what are we doing in our meditation? What are we doing in our prayer? What are we doing in our activities is trying to remove the obstructions, or remove the obstructions, not even trying. Work on it. Arise awake. Sleep no more. Within each of you, there is the power to remove all miseries, to remove all obstacles. Believe in that, and that power will help you to do that. Swami Vivekananda has given us the hope, given us the fire power, given us the Agni Mantra to grow inside out, which is possible, which many people have achieved in their daily life. Today, we are trying to discuss the 6 important powers of the mind. In mind management, we should understand what is the problem and what is the solution to the problem, and what is it that is inside you and me. What's the power of the subconscious mind? There's so much of energy, so much of power, so much of strength that is unutilized, that is underutilized. We are very busy with petty things in life. Come on, my dear young friends. Come on, my dear other people who are listening to these episodes to break that obstructions. You will have to develop the potential faculties of the mind. It is all there. Potential faculty is there. You go to the petrol bunk, pay 500 rupees, pay 1000 rupees, and you have the tank filled up with petrol, which is a tremendous energy. You fill it up with diesel, if it is a diesel engine, that is energy. And then you ignite the car engine. Take it forward, first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Come on, increase the speed as you come to the highway. Yes, you will have to have self-control. You will have to have the focus on the road, focus on the traffic. But then you are keeping the goal in mind. So the faculty, the potential faculty has to be roused. When the mind is so powerful, it can make or break. It can take a person, in a handicapped, physically challenged person to Mount Kilimanjaro. And at the same time, it can take an educated person to the central jail because his mind has become his enemy, and without care or fear, he has committed a crime. He has broken the law. So the mind can break or make. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayoho. When the mind is so much powerful, what to speak of the Atman, which is the storehouse, which is pumping energy to the buddhi and to the mind. Mind is drawing very little of that energy from the Atman. Even that little is beneficial so much, is so important in our daily life. Let us utilize the faculties of the mind. How many faculties are there? According to Vedanta, there are 6 faculties, 6 powerful engines in the subconscious mind. Number 1, it is called the Vedana Shakti. Number 2, it is called the Smriti Shakti. Number 3, it is called the Bhavana Shakti. Number 4, Manisha Shakti. Number 5, Ichha Shakti. And number 6, we have the Dharana Shakti. These 6 faculties are all place of the mind. The mind takes different roles based on the situations, based on the training, the samskaras, the knowledge, the atmosphere, the friends, the reading, the listening and working activities that are going on every day. So these 6 faculties we shall discuss today a little by little, and then manage the mind properly and keep it on the right direction. Keep it on the path of spiritual emancipation, spiritual evolution. First, let us deal with Vedana Shakti. What is Vedana Shakti? Vedana Shakti is the power or cognition or sensation and knowing through indriyas or the senses. What are the indriyas? Pancha indriyas that we have in our head. That is the sparsha, skin, touching, shabda, listening, shabda, sparsha, rupa, seeing. Shabda is listening, I repeat, shabda is listening, sparsha is touching and feeling. The third is shabda, sparsha, rupa, form, seeing, darshana. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa. Rasa is tasting and talking, the power to understand what is sweet, what is hot, what is bitter. That is the tongue. Then we have the gandha. Gandha is the smelling. Good smell, bad smell, chandanam smell, sandalwood smell or garbage smell. This is all knowledge that we get from childhood upwards. So Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. These 5 indriyas, and the mind draws the perception, feeling and sensation and power from the world to acquire its, to satisfy itself. This is Vedana Shakti. The second power of the mind is Smriti Shakti. What is Smriti? It grasps, it holds, it brings to memory when a thing is needed, back of the mind. And we say memory, Smriti, Smriti, Smriti. I forgot, I am remembering, I can recollect. These are the things that comes to the mind. So keep the mind pure so that smriti of your real nature will not be dispersed. As we have seen in one of the episodes, Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhi. Sattva Shuddhau Dhruva Smritihi. The Smriti becomes very pure, very clean. You stand in front of the mirror. If the mirror is dirty, if the mirror is dusty, you will not be able to see your face properly, can you? So you clean the mirror, you wipe the mirror, you wash the mirror, but you don't break the mirror. Similarly, my specs, when it is dusty, when it's dirty, I immediately wash it, I immediately wipe it, immediately clean it. So the perception, so the memory power becomes very clean. So we have to clean the mind inside out by prayer, by chanting, by withdrawing, and by surrendering. Pray and clean the mind. So Smriti Shakti is there, and you hear the temple bell and you don't differentiate with just a cat bell. So the Smriti, previous memories, are there in the mind. Let us remove the bad memories, let us burn the other dirty memories and keep the good memories in perception. The third thing is Bhavana Shakti. What is Bhavana Shakti? You have never seen an elephant riding a bicycle. A small example I am giving to you. You have never seen an elephant riding a bicycle, but somebody has seen it in a circus, somebody has seen it in a film. So he comes and tells you, and what happens in your mind? Bhavana, a kind of imagination. Oh, elephant is riding the bicycle. Oh, there is the lotus there in white color. So this bhavana immediately comes to your mind. That is also a wonderful quality of the mind. We can visualize, we can imagine things and make things fertile for us. Let us imagine, let us visualize positive things, good things, inspiring things, and then make our life peaceful and stress-free. The fourth thing is Manisha Shakti. What is Manisha Shakti? Power of comparing and contrasting, drawing inferences, conclusions, discussions, judgments, and these are Manisha Shakti. Reasoning, analyzing, comparing, arguing maybe. Yes, I discuss things with you, I don't agree with you. This is the power of the mind called Manisha Shakti. Then we have Ichcha Shakti, the willing power. Willing power, yes, I will get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I will do my exercise. I will meditate. I will study this book by evening. So this is all Ichcha Shakti, which is a very important power. Unless you have the Ichcha, you cannot connect it with higher faculties. If you don't have the Ichcha, if you are not utilizing the willpower, then what is the use of life? You may have so many things, but you don't have the will to do it. So Swami Vivekananda says, never say no, never say I cannot, for you are infinite. Keep that in mind and use your willpower to break the barriers, to break the disturbances, the distractions from the mind, and become strong and powerful. The last power that we have to understand in this short video is Dharana Shakti, the power to hold. It is really a part of this Smarana Shakti, Smriti Shakti. We say Mr. Sri Ramakrishna is a man, is a guru of Swami Vivekananda. Here it means that Sri Ramakrishna has got powerful ideas, steady ideas in Vedanta, in his experience. All that we read in the gospel, Sri Ramakrishna's ideas, is his dharana. He has held the ideas. He has experienced the ideas. Swami Vivekananda's yogas and Mother Sharda Devi's assertion of peace, of love, they hold the ideas, and to the disciples they share the ideas because of their compassion. So he sticks to that philosophy, he sticks to that Vedanta. Sri Ramakrishna, come what may, had mother in his hold. He held the mother by his devotion, and that is what we see Sri Ramakrishna as Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya. So these 6 powers, let us try to study them, which is available in Vedanta, and little by little improve our knowledge and devotion and sadhana and go forward in spiritual life. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat.